Welcome to Global Tax Talks Tax in 60 Seconds. I'm Will Morris, and here are some things to watch out for in the coming week. Once again, the latest batch of Pillar 2 guidance did not make it out of the OECD. No word on why, except we're being told it's nothing major. Maybe we will see something this week. The big news of the past several days, on the other hand, was what did happen, namely the UN publishing its so-called zero draft terms of reference for a new international tax convention. This draft will be open for public consultation until June 21, i.e. not very long. But it really is worth reading, though, because although this will be a multi-stage process, the parameters of what a framework convention might ultimately look like are now becoming clearer. The draft outlines both the mechanisms and substance of the framework convention and its protocols, focusing on the taxation of the digital economy, cross-border services, and wealthy individuals. There's a negotiation timeline through 2026, with future protocols potentially addressing environmental taxes and tax information exchange. This obviously is an important development, but it's perhaps worth noting that there is still no clarity on the future decision-making process for negotiating the terms of the convention, i.e. consensus versus majority, and that could be a big issue down the road. I talked about the Indian elections recently, and last week's European Parliamentary elections were also interesting. While the centre largely held, parties further to either end of the spectrum did do better than previously, and the right-wing parties may now form a new group in the European Parliament. That could change dynamics and may in turn impact the composition of the new European Commission. And that may potentially affect some elements of, for example, the EU Green Deal. However, more immediately, it's worth watching for the results of the French legislative elections on July 7, which were called by President Macron following the EU vote, as these could potentially affect both future French and EU tax policy. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and come back next week so that you stay global tax ready.